Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to this new show of HumanityWins.net. It's episode 244 from September the 6th of the year 2023. Today's a Wednesday. And today's episode is this reality and morality test? I wanted to do this show, this very short Wednesday show, because I've been hearing this school of thought more and more that maybe we are in this reality, which I've shared many times. I consider very dense, a difficult test. Yes, I'm not saying it's easy. There's a lot of issues we have to deal in this reality, a lot of decisions we have to make. Doesn't seem like things are simple. Okay, let's just leave it at that. And there's this school of thought going around. I read it more and more. I hear it from some people that maybe we are in a morality test, that maybe the universe, the creator, is putting us to the test to see if we are making the right decisions or not. I need to put some context into this that I believe, again, my intuitions, my feelings, that's the only thing you get in this channel. This is not information. This is just a crazy guy talking what he feels, what he has come to realize is his intuition. That's the only thing you get. But the good part of that is you get my undiluted, totally unfiltered, totally non-agenda type intuitions that I strongly believe there's only one way. As the picture on your screen right now, there's only one way to go about your existence, and that's the right way. If you want to think of it, you start at the left of your screen, and that's your conception, and you're created, and then you finish at the right part of your screen. However, it's not as simple as that. It's not a straight line that we just traverse it, inadvertently, and there are no issues along the way, and we just something very easy. Apparently, we can go back many, many times, and we can start going around circles, and we can really, it seems we're on our way, and then suddenly we can really go back almost to the beginning. In a better analogy to that, more like a metaphor, because it's not really an analogy. It's like from you going from city A to city B, and maybe you are well on your way to city B, and then suddenly halfway, 3/4 of a way, you decide to make a stop. You decide to go back to maybe a place you liked. Maybe you almost decide to go back home. You forgot something. So it doesn't mean necessarily because you're 3/4 of the way to city B that you're going to get there quite soon or something like that. And I do believe that's our existence, okay? We are put to the test all the time because the only thing the creator wants, the only thing the universe wants is for us to enjoy our existence and to learn with it. And so you see, I don't mention the word suffering. And some people say the only way to learn is through suffering. No, I disagree. I'm going to say it in a different way. Maybe it's the same thing, but with different words. The only way to learn is by making mistakes. So in a way, Caracas Vela, which I had on the show last year, haven't seen it. If you are jumping right now, you're a new subscriber, or if you are part of the new YouTube channel, which is only like a month old, I suggest you look at that. I believe it's episode 51, 52, or 50 and 51. Don't quote me on that. I'm trying to remember. But it's around that number. It's a two-part interview with Caracas Vela, like an hour and a half total. And I don't recall in that one in particular if he said that, but it's suggestive viewing. But he talks about this concept of embracing our demons, and it sounds awful. It sounds like, hey, you want to embrace the bad, you want to. No, I see it to understand that we certainly, for sure, I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk about me, okay? Maybe that's the right way. I'm completely sure I've done many, many wrong in my lifetime, okay? A lot, more than sometimes I can handle, I guess. And that's embracing my demons. That's recognizing that, I made so many mistakes in my existence, in my many existences that I know I had. But the question is, have I learned from those mistakes? Because again, learning is through making mistakes. So the universe is kind of expecting us to make mistakes along the way. And what is the karma system? Is basically for you to grow from those mistakes. That's where the universe has laid. Okay. So yes, unfortunately, those mistakes, those bad deeds, those misdeeds, usually, most of the times, not all, create trauma, which is the effects of karma on others, the effects of your mistakes on others. Inadvertent third-party, I don't want to use the word victims, but third-party affected beings of your misdoings, and the system and the universe works by you growing from that mistake So you don't do it again and you don't create that same trauma again. That's the reparation, okay, to the whole thing. Because again, remember, we're all part of the same creator. We're all part of the same universe. We're all brothers and sisters. We all come from the same thing. I mean, even mainstream religions and people with spirituality and that will tell you we need to come from someplace, okay? Yes, I know there are some people that are called atheists that don't believe anything at all in spirituality. We're just animals. Well, we come from some place. We come from Earth. If you want to call yourself a human being, a species, you have to come from somewhere, okay? Things don't happen out of thin air. And I believe this is a beautiful plan by the Creator. This is a perfect plan by the Creator. I think I get it. Surely I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way, and I think I'm gonna, keep understanding how this works. But the way I visualize it now, my inner compass, my inner intuition is this is a plan so we can make mistakes and grow from our mistakes and self-forgive. Very important, because when trauma is done to you, the reparation, the best thing you can do is forgive your assailant and forget. And when you have created trauma, which is the basis of karma, the best thing you can do is learn from your mistake. Very important, learn, and then forgive yourself. And that those two acts will create the forgiveness, the clearing of the karma, that is called, and then it's off from you. Okay, if you are not willing to look at your karma, you can go for many lives carrying that debt, you want to call it, carrying that learning. You are not willing to look at it until eventually you have, I believe the universe has some type of limit that in order to send you to a reality that is simpler, that maybe you're going to be alone, and then you have to look at these situations so you can be reintegrated into these higher density realities. I don't want to lose you. This is getting very complex. This was not the intention. I ramble a lot. I apologize. But I'm going to try to explain that last segment again. If you don't look at your karma and you keep accumulating karma more and more, it's going to drain you down so much that eventually the universe wants to help you. It never hates you, never wants you to suffer, but it wants to help you by sending you to lower realities, denser realities, that there's less possibilities for you to make mistakes. So you start making right choices and you start looking at your karma, okay? That's the intention. And that could be the concept of being demonized or being a demonic, seller out there in a lower dimension, okay? That's what I believe that means, okay? So yes, how does those demons exist? They have gone wrong, okay? In the wrong sign, you see in the screen, they have wrong all the time, continuously, without even looking at it, without any kind of self-forgiveness, without any kind of learning. That is just too much to handle, that they have to go there to get simple, to stop causing trauma on others so they can look at their karma. So I hope it makes sense. I'm sorry if I rambled that too much. But going back to the point, is this reality a morality test? I believe this reality is a test. I believe the lesson of morality is we have to understand we do good because we're good, okay? We were created in love, through love, by love, and that's the creator, the love of the universe. Everything that powers the universe is based in love. And I'm not talking, I want to clarify that whenever I say the word love, of course, we attach that to many things, and we attach it to attraction. I'm talking in a relationship, and we attach it to, for example, the love you feel for your parents, the love you feel for your children, the love you feel for your friend, for your brothers and sisters, the love you feel for your siblings, the love you feel for your friends. We attach it to all that. Those are different type of loves, and yes, there's the true love is in all these things, I believe. But what I mean by love is the pure energy of the universe, what powers the universe. And for me, the creator wants me to behave in a certain way. That's what he wants. But I need to figure out. He cannot make it, it's impossible. It will be very boring that we go and we never make mistakes through life, and there's nothing, and there's no real learning. It is like an imposed learning. It's like he gives us all the goods. That's why I'm gonna get a little in trouble here, but I disagree with people that say scripture, because that's your intuition, okay? Why have a book? Why do I need to learn a book? Which is, by the way, very hard to understand. I mean, the people that really, my admiration to the people that have invested years of their times trying to understand the scripture, because it's very dense, it's a very complicated book in a way, but beautiful teachings, beautiful sayings, beautiful intentions, I think, in the book, but very, very complex to understand. Are those the teachings of the Father, or do we have the direct connections, what I call the divine connections inside you, your heart resonator, your inner compass? That's your connection to the Creator. And it comes very easy through there. I always say knowledge is complicated, wisdom is easy, okay? So in this sense, I do believe that our morals are that how it could be a test if we are only supposed to be good, okay? You are not supposed to do anything bad. It's not here a school that, you know, we're going to be reprehended when don't learn the story. I think that's how somehow some religions, I don't want to get in trouble with you guys, I'm just going to leave it general. Some religions make it or understand the teachings of the Father in the sense that, you know, you are like that, and if you don't behave, you're going to get punished in the afterlife, and if you do behave, you're going to go to heaven. Again, I don't believe both of those things necessarily work that way. I believe we are great, beautiful beings, and the morality in us is just to be good and not expect anything happen by being good, because that's who we are. It's like wanting good points for something you're supposed to do anyway. So I hope it makes sense. Want to end with a quote from Rumi. You have followed me for a while, you know, I love Rumi, Persian poet from the 1200s, 1300s. I do believe in, you know, that he was a blessed being, very advanced at the time, quite misunderstood at his time, but he's highly revered right now. And, you know, I'm a fan of Rumi, okay? If light is in your car, you will find your way home. So I go back to the morality test. If you have your inner compass, your inner intuition, you are going to eventually figure out how to behave, okay? So there's no need for a morality test. So I'm sorry for the ones that this school of thought that this is a morality test. I do believe this existence is, in a simple way, just a test. And that when we learn how to behave, even in a difficult existence like this, because every day you wake up, this is a struggle, okay? Every day you wake up is a struggle to try to behave in this reality, because you're faced with so many decisions and that you want to go on the negativity. And this goes back to Monday's episode on the 3 possibilities to react to everything on this reality and everything in your existence: negative energy, neutral energy, and positive energy. And I'm right now trying to focus, but I need to work at it every day on negative and neutral. I have a disagreement with someone. I shared a story, I believe, I'm not sure if I shared the story about that I had an issue the other day. Someone made a mistake and paid the wrong account in a convenience store, and it's a mess to fix because, you know, the person was totally distracted, looking at his phone, not really paying attention. So of course I'm a human, and I wanted to react, and I wanted to be upset, and I wanted this person to take some responsibility. It feels so disappointing that the person laughs and says like, yeah, well, my mistake, you have to call this number and you have to fix my mistake. You have to invest maybe an hour before they pick the phone up, and then they send you that you have to send an email, and you have to send a photograph of the receipt and that. You have to invest all this time just because a person was looking at his phone and not really paying attention to the job, because they're paid to do that. Okay, I understand all that. Okay, and the way I just analyze it is a human. But then you can make the choice. You can make the choice, and maybe that's the test, to transmute all that to neutral, okay, and say, it is what it is, okay? It happens. It's like crashing your car when you're driving out there. It's like, you know, suddenly another thing, they're in the house, you know, a heater we have suddenly broke out of nowhere for no reason, and it's very expensive to fix. It happens. Of course, you can get upset about it. Of course, you can ask why. Of course, your example out there in traffic and someone rear ends you. I mean, how is that your fault? How is possibly that has something to do with you? But, you know, my only suggestion is try to transmute, same as Monday's episode, this is kind of an extension of Monday's episode. Try to transmute whatever negative you can think, whatever is separating you, try to transmute it to neutral. You don't like a person, you disagree with a person, okay? Stop watching. If this is a channel we're talking about, if this is a relationship, stop the relationship, okay? If this, for example, your I know, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your whatever thing, partner, stop it. Thank you. I'll go my way, you'll go your way. Okay, sometimes we force ourselves. If things are not working anymore, if there's separation energy, we need to separate, like the word is saying. Okay, that's the solution, okay? So maybe that's the test I'm talking about. That we need to see these 3 things: negativity, neutrality, and positivity. And don't demonize neutrality, okay? Oh, people that look at sports is so silly. They invest it's their time. Okay. I like watching sports, and NFL games are 3 hours long, and sometimes they go to overtime and they're 4 hours long. Well, it's my time. Okay. And I enjoy it, and it's neutral. I cannot say something positive. Okay. That I could agree. Okay. That is, as a great sportcaster here from my city used to say about soccer and people, crying when their team lost the championship and stuff like that. He said, guys, this is the most important thing of the less important things. He's totally right. Totally right. Totally beautiful person. I'm talking about Roberto Hernandez Jr. He's a legend here in my city. He's not with us in this reality anymore. He died a few years ago. And I had the luck to meet this person, okay, in a business thing. He actually used the services of my company. And I had the luck to meet this person. And I remember saying that when you say that, it totally resonates with me because you're totally right. Sports, drinking, eating, clothing, the way you look, all of these things, they might seem important. They're neutral, okay? In the real important part, when you put them in the right energy, in the neutral energy, then suddenly you're so free. The need to be right, the I cannot be wrong because I'm a failure if I'm wrong. All of that, if you put it in the neutral category, you decide. That's the energy you are deciding to give these emotions, these situations, sorry, not emotions. So it suddenly works out perfectly. I'm not concerned about being right. I'm not concerned about being wrong. So it works for me because you feel it in your heart. You're truly putting it in that category. Everything that happens to you, this is quite a breadcrumb. So I'm gonna say it quite slow and explain it. Everything that happens to you in your existence, not only this reality, okay, past realities and future realities, future experiences, future personas you're gonna be. If your name is Jack, Jim, Jeannie, Tony, Alex, in this reality, you are an experience. Okay, so you're gonna have a future one. Everything. You can decide if it's negative, neutral, or positive. Okay, everything. I'm just saying, make things work for you. That, for example, someone goes and hits you in the head and is trying to offend you because the offense doesn't work if you don't take delivery of the offense. That's why I said non-taken, non-delivery. When you say, I'm not trying to offend you, non-taken, let's say, I'm not offended, thanks. Even if you try. So everything that can happen to you, you can transmute it. I just feel it's just too hard. If someone is out there shouting in the street, you idiot, and thank you, God bless you, okay, send the light and love. That's neutral for me. That's neutrality because it's something that as soon as I'm living it, I'm already forgot about. For me to go and with this person and say, what's going on? Why are you like that? Why you're saying these things to me? I want to know you. I want to help you. That is too much. That takes too much. And there could be another element going on there, which is not part of this show. And it's a whole show on its own, but it's that sometimes we try to transmute the negativity and we fail to comment to positive, and it goes kind of bounces back to negative impact to us. And we try to see the negativity in the world so it can make us suffer. Okay, it's a whole. I'll try to have this show with Tony because it's a psychological, emotional, spiritual thing of this kind of Stockholm syndrome effect that sometimes we try to look for negativity, to try to transmit it to positive. We are not able to do that. And instead of saying, okay, let's keep it to neutral, which is moving on, we stayed in the situation. And one example will be in a relationship, okay? In a relationship that, we say, no, I love this person so much. Yes, but maybe this person doesn't love you, okay? And that's the basis of a relationship, okay? It has to work both ways, and this person is ready to move on, and you force it and say, no, I'm going. So what do you want me to do? You want me to change this? You want me to be like that? And you try to start these artificial changes, trying to transmute this negative event to a positive event, and it works actually worse than instead keeping it in neutral. And it's like, all right, the relationship has ended. I wish you the best, and truly doing it. I send you my light and love, and I'm gonna go my way, and you're gonna go your way. And maybe we're not gonna talk ever again. And maybe we're not gonna see each other again. And if we do, it's totally neutral. My heart is not gonna beat, or I'm not gonna be happy or upset. It's totally neutral, like watching a football game, like watching something like that. Okay, that is as this person Roberto Hernandez Jr. said, is the most important thing of the less important things. Like saying, don't make a fuss if your team lost, if we didn't win the championship, because you have bigger fish to fry. You have more important, positive things to think of, like your family, your children, providing from them, being at peace in every moment. And yes, positive is transmuting the negative to neutral. Yes, that's an event that by doing that, you did something positive. You had attraction in there. By not allowing that a negative event affects you, and by not allowing that trauma is affecting you anymore. Someone created trauma for you, forgive and forget. The second is almost as important or more than the first one. Forgive and forget, because if you forgive and you don't forget, you are reliving it and you are suffering it and the trauma is still there. If you forget and you don't forgive, well, that's, the forgiveness part comes with a forget part. You forget about it, you have done your part of not allowing this trauma to affect you anymore. So I hope this makes sense. I know this was very dense. It was supposed to be an easier episode, but I rambled a lot about morality and that. So in conclusion, is this a morality test? I think this reality is difficult. So I see it as a test. I see it as a test that my intuition tells me I'm very possibly wrong. Okay, I'm surely not right. But my intuition tells me that the intention of this reality, same as all, is to try to traverse it in the best way, try to be your best version of you, and try to enjoy and learn. Enjoy and learn. And no, that doesn't mean you're going to force the mistakes. Oh, Alex, so there's no justice system, so I can kill as many people as I want, I can defraud as many people as I want, I can abuse as many people as I want. No, that's the whole test. That's the whole morality. Okay, that you need to understand that you are not that you are not supposed to do that. And the impacts, the trauma, the karma, the effects of those acts are on you and only you, and you are going to have to deal with them. Okay, that's not an extortion mechanism. That's not saying if you do bad is going to come to you. That is saying that yes, everything you do has an impact on the universe. Okay, so why not try to do neutral and positive things and try to avoid doing negative? That's maybe the learning. Thank you very much. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Friday with a very good chat with Tony that is already pre-made. And if you are a new subscriber, please stay for the last 2.5 minutes of the show. I've shortened the version now. I'll try to do it as fast as possible. Please, only one time, please stay for the last 2.5 minutes of the show. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.